heart of Vancouver's east side, Britannia Secondary School. It is the oldest remaining school in the city and will soon be filled with former students, teachers, and friends who will reunite to embrace the red, green, and white, Go Bruins, Britannia rules, and the school motto. It is my pleasure to welcome former student, current actor-performer Bill Reiter and Britannia teacher Bob Fitzpatrick, history teacher, who is the chair of the Britannia Centennial Reunion Committee.
Now,
hello.
Fanny, I have a question.
What?
Well, yes, he is better looking than me. It's obvious, and that's why I brought him here for you and the other ladies. But why is he taller now?
It's about the chairs. I don't know. It's about the chairs.
I gave her some money.
You guys went to the same school together.
Can you believe that? The same university? He was playing football for the Bobcats. Did I know?
Small world.
Isn't it a small world?
That's what's happened when the Britannia comes together every 100 years.
I bet
We're
it
hearing
is.
those stories.
Britannia comes together, and the colors still are red, white, and green.
Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, can we do this right away? We have a book for you called Britannia Remembers, 100 Years of Achievement. Clive Cocking and Ray Kulos put it together, along with Amy Pon, and those two guys are old Vancouver Sun people. But
okay, did they go to Britannia?
Well, they
yes,
most
they
definitely
did.
did.
So I see what you've done. You put the Britannia team together on the committee, right? And said, now, who has a skill? Who can make books? Who can make music? Who can talk?
5 years.
Who can sign his name in books? Mm-hmm. That was my thing.
What did it say in the high school annual about you? Do you remember?
You know, they were right on, because it said plans to make enough money so he can retire early. And when I read it when I was a kid, I thought, well, that's got nothing to do with music. And who wrote this? But hopefully it will come true. I figure another 12 years, I'll be able to get out of the business.
Well, now that you're no longer that Sasquatch
well, that's right.
Doing kokanee
See,
commercials.
and you know, I said to myself, don't give her the opening to say this line. So what are you doing now? Because that's a killer, you know. Because no entertainer can answer that question, no actor. Because they can say, because how does this look when you do this? Well, I have a movie in about 6 months, and somebody showed me it just goes right down. You look like you're not doing nothing. Miles Ramsey and I just come back from Victoria. You can judge, you know, how good this is on a scale of whatever. But Miles and I just did 2 30-second spots for Galaxy Motors. Not that I'm plugging Galaxy Motors in Victoria. You know, they are the largest independent used car dealer on the island. But not a plug. It's just I have it in my brain.
What would you do if you had someone like him in your class today?
I'd probably leave teaching and go into comedy.
Can you whip children still?
No.
Or? No. So, yeah. We used to get the strap. There was a guy named Ahola, Mr. Ahola.
Yes.
Oh, man. Oh, wow, that hurt. And really, he would, you know.
Oh, we'd get ours had the rulers, but they were the kind of rubber rulers, and they'd do a whack on your hand.
Oh.
Well, the guy in my science class cut my girlfriend's braid off. That wasn't it. No. Bad day.
For future use.
For future use. Just goes, oh, look.
Yeah. It sounds like a Bro Jake thing.
I doubt a Bro Jake. I heard you two on Bro Jake. That was great. Yeah, so tell me what's actually going to happen at the Britannia Remembers reunion.
Well, it starts on the 16th, which is a Friday, and we now have, we think, close to 3,000 people from all over the world, and they are going to gather at the school around 4 o'clock, and basically we will be there till 12:30 that night on Friday. Saturday we have an open house on campus, and then on Saturday night, Bill?
Yeah, Saturday night's the neat thing. Al Foreman, who's another well-known name in Vancouver, who actually we grew up together. We collected records when we were kids. Huey Piano Smith and the Clowns. They brought us together from New Orleans.
What's that again?
Huey Piano Smith and the Clowns. But
now it would be the Clones.
That's right, their new group. But Al has put together a fantastic show, and I'm going to pretend I'm doing this. You know how you count them off, but actually I'm looking through at my notes, so I have to get my glasses up here. I'm not 48 anymore.
No one sees
well, this is not professional family to do this. Dal Richards and his Dal Richards and his orchestra, featuring a guy named Harry Aoki, and Harry's like 91 or something. Foreman, when he describes him, Foreman gets excited. His voice goes up, and he said, "You wouldn't believe this karaoke. Karaoke is fantastic. He plays like a chromatic harmonica, and it's like it's from the heavens." But supposedly, I asked Del, because we were on Del a couple of days ago. Yeah, and Del says, "Oh yeah, this guy. He's when we're on stage, I'm just looking at him like, how can he make those sounds?" So this karaoke is with Del Richards. There's also a guy, Federico, call me Ricky, Fuoco, and he used to. You taught him.
He was a school president. Early 80s, and he and a character called Gus Morello were the two of the greatest characters during the 80s. And lo and behold, he has a restaurant on Commercial Drive now, and he's a spitting image of basically John Travolta.
Is that where you dance? At that restaurant?
Yes,
where you dance at Federico's?
Federico's.
Yeah,
he's coming to the reunion?
Well, not only is he coming, he is actually has got his band called Fire, and I think Rosalind Keene performing. Remember Rosalind Keene and the Apollos? Rosalind Keene's either performing with him or with a guy called David Steele and the Just Funk Band. And surprisingly, they play funk. It's like, what can we call this? What about the Just Funk Band, Larry? You know, and that's what they called it. But this David Steele, he's the guy. He's done like, I don't know, 700 commercials. I told Del I did 4,500 commercials.
Yes.
He said, "How did you come to that?" I said, "I put my hand on a rock, looked up at the sky and said, I have done 4,500 commercials." But this guy's got a voice that's unbelievable. If groups like Thin Lizzy, all of those groups, the rock groups come to town, when they can't hit the high notes, they call in David Steele. He works for David Foster. This guy, I call them all kids. They turn out to be 48, but this kid has got a fantastic voice. His band, the Just Funk Band, and then the 2008 Britannia Chorus and Band, we just out with my group, the Soulmates, featuring Kentish Steele. We do doo-wop. We're going to be on. It's a wonderful night of entertainment. I'm getting excited. I'm getting shivers.
Getting excited.
The East Side is going to rock on Saturday night. Everyone's invited.